Ride the beat, let the vocals out, now you witnessing a survivor speak. I done messed around and went viral right from my driver's seat. Just like what the industry was containing. I'd rather make a difference instead of hating, complaining. So let me park the whip, it don't matter, rapper or model chick, singer or comedian, perfect. Let's park in politics. Hey, let's park in politics. Welcome to the pullover, let's park in politics. This the pullover, let's park in politics. I say this the pullover, let's park in politics.
Parking and politicking on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I usually don't do these things on a Saturday, but once I set up my nice little setup right here, I am super comfortable. As you can see, I got the nice little racing chair in the back, and yes, I am on my home time. Well, as little as it's going to be, because this whole week was just pitiful. Much love to my Houston natives. Hopefully, they'll be able to get up out of all of that. We know that you was not used to the magnitude that came your way. So hopefully with this right here, you guys will learn. You guys will learn, and you guys will take what y'all have learned and apply it to next year. So in case it happens next year, you guys know what to do. Welcome to the Lockoutmen podcast show, where we park in politics with all our guests today. And I am your host, Lockoutmen. And today's guest is a returning guest, a friend of the show, Trucking Nails. So we just gonna go ahead and we just gonna jump right into it, man.
I want my home time too. Yeah, I want my home time as well. I'm surprised.
Yeah, look like
Saturday. I'm in Decatur, so there's no snow down here. That's for sure.
What, Decatur, Georgia?
Yes.
See, that's where my trouble. Well, when I came down to Georgia, I did have a good time. I came down to Catersville, post up right there. I was about an hour away from Atlanta, but I went down to Catersville, and then I went to Atlanta and had a nice time down there. So no snow, no. The weather was kind of chilly, but it wasn't no snow. So you down in Decatur, what brought you home? Like what brought you back?
You want to go straight to, you want to go straight to the conversation, well, I'm on my home. The company, I liked it. I had a nice run, dedicated and everything like that, but I just the miles, we have companies that promise you so many miles, you're not getting the miles consistently, and that happens everywhere. But as the checks, I have to have a certain amount every week, the budget, things that I need, everyone's responsibilities are different. I loved it. I love my dispatch. I like the company.
Well,
but maybe in the spring or maybe learn. But I just, with all the politics that they do, and I have my self-respect.
Let's go back. So right now you call Decatur your home. So born and raised down in Georgia, moved to Georgia.
No, Decatur not my home. I'm staying with a friend down here. Well, actually, my best friend. Mm-hmm. And while I'm here, so when I'm in Decatur, I'm here with my daughter, and my best friend has a place. But I have my place is in Colorado. But I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. So I got my place up there. I just don't want to go up there right now. I'm chilling down here for a minute to see what's going on here. Because I'm giving myself 30 days.
So originally from Alabama?
205, first 48. Mm-hmm.
What? I'm going to stand fast on what I said, especially to Pamela Baby. She claims that Miami is the home of the first 48. I say it's Cleveland.
It might be. It might be Miami. I went down there. That's a horrible place.
You saying it's Alabama though?
No, Alabama be on the first 48 a lot, but Miami-Dade be on there too now. But I think Miami is worse than Birmingham.
Damn it, man.
But Cleveland, what Cleveland, Ohio, nothing going on up there.
No, we got.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know what y'all killing each other for.
No,
over.
Yeah, we got some craziness that's going on down here, and it's always crazy.
Is it gangs? Is it some new gangs?
Nah,
I know they the old gangs, because the old gang people should be like 50 and 60 years old.
Nah.
So I know they ain't trying to shoot nobody.
It was I had a guest on, good friend of mine, her baby's father was a victim of a murder. As a matter of fact, it happened at the little car wash that's not too far from where I live. It's right there on 140th, right by the highway. Somebody came up into the car wash and shot him up and all like that, and that was featured on the first 48. But the episode from talking to her, come to find out that some of the things on the first 48 is kind of fabricated, and I'm surprised that will be fabricated. I mean, it's not, it's real for what we was watching, but it was like little intricacies that they said in the episode versus what they actually did in reality. So
well, it is anything on TV. It's a form of entertainment, whether it's good or bad. But you got legalities also. Certain things with legal cases pending, afterwards, quotations, all kind of things when you come to municipalities and legal stuff, jail, murder. That's a big, thing. So I expect it to be fabricated. Change names, sometimes streets and situations, even though it could be, but some things you just can't legally. Family of the victim, all kind of things.
So you came on to the show. We had our first interview. I think it was about last year, if I'm not mistaken. Awesome interview. If you guys wanna go back and check out when Trucking Nails was originally on the show, y'all can do that in the archives. But like I said before, she came back. We had a panel. She came and joined the panel, and now she's back again, with life before and now after trucking. So life before trucking, man. What was you doing before you actually got into the truck? You could give a little bit.
Yeah, in the spa industry, I was a podiatry assistant, medical nail technician, nail instructor, which I still am. I hold those licenses active in Alabama and Georgia as well. Okay. So I like it. I do foot fungus and ingrown toenails and all those things that, that's my specialty, actually.
Okay, so that's what.
Do you have foot fungus? Do you have athlete's feet?
No. I haven't had the pleasure of having foot fungus and athlete.
I mean, you said it in a negative way, but I'm just saying if you do, it's okay. I'm here to help you. There's a lot of people have that.
No. I know you. I know you're here to help, but no, I haven't. The only problem with my feet is that I gotta go see my foot doctor soon, because I'm a type 2 diabetic. So basically, I keep up with him to make sure that my feet is on point. What the shoes to wear, what the socks to wear, all like that. But other than that, I wash my feet. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everyone washes their feet, but it's not just the fact that you wash your feet. Everyone washes their feet, and if you get a fungus, it's not because you didn't wash your feet, but a lot of the boots and the socks and shoes that we wear causes fungus, because fungus on the feet has to have a dark, moist place.
Right.
So you got those steel toe boots, you can't breathe, they're not breathable, so you got I think the foot has 250,000 sweat glands.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're sweating from your feet, it goes into your foot inserts, and it sits there and it's like sloshing around. So you have that all day. So it's in your inserts, it's in your socks. Some people, you can change your sock every day, but you got all that heat, insulated boots and shoes. So I think the best thing that could have happened was a lot of people coming out of the Jordans and stuff from the 90s, the high top leather, real leather is breathable, Okay, I'm just gonna say real leather is breathable.
You said none of that stuff they got now, huh?
Right. So patent leather and all that. No, you wearing all those little pumps and stuff, those cheap $2 pumps that women be wearing and stuff. You could wear them, but you got that patent $2 stuff and them old jellies. You're gonna have some foot problems. You gotta let your feet air out because you got the glands. It's got to evaporate. But if it's like armpits, stuff like that, sweat gland.
So
a lot of it comes from there.
So what about what about preventative measure like foot powder, foot spray? I mean, and is any of those good as far as keeping your feet together?
Powder is an awful situation. I think they got somebody got a lawsuit now about some powder. What they was putting it on? Remember how women used to put powder on their breasts, underneath the breasts, and in their private parts? And now they got a lawsuit because it was called and the private part is called some type of cancer or something. But powder and what is it called? They got one called monkey butt or some foot powder and all that stuff. That's not good. It clumps up and stays in there. You can get a good spray. Actually, it's a brand. The salon where I'll be working at, thank you, because I will start Wednesday, by the way.
All right.
Yeah, it's a medical foot spa as well. Let me get this stuff for you.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm in this room here. I'm about to show you a spray that I use. But tea tree oil, let me talk about tea tree oil. You can put that's preventative measure, especially with truck drivers up here with these flip-flops and stuff, and it's and everything like that, because you're in the shower and those are sloshing around as well. But tea tree oil, put that on your feet in between your toes. When most of the athlete's foot comes, sometimes a lot of people don't go between their toes with the towel like they could, to make it all the way dry.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sits up over time, start having that little light skin look. Okay. But here's something right here. Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Now how to apply that?
It's a spray by the Barefoot Scientist.
Okay.
And Twinkle Toes Purify Refresh. It has actually colloidal silver in it too. But this is proven to eliminate 99.8% of odor causing bacteria.
That's what's up.
Boom. Okay. It's a spray. I'll open it for you.
Okay.
And I spray in between my toes and stuff when I was at the rest stop and stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
So again, like what my doctor tells me, as far as foot care, if as long as you take care, he says as long as you take care of your feet will take care of you.
Oh yeah, people, you need every single toe on your foot. When Della Reese got her pinky toe blowed off, she was mad at Quick. She was on that cane. You don't remember that? You thought she was gonna be. You can't make it without that pinky toe, and you can't make it without that big toe.
Damn it, man! So
you need every single toe and every finger. You need your toes. Every toe got a job, honey. Right. But that's what I did before. I'm gonna go back into it and see what's going on since things have opened up here.
So how
it's still COVID. It's still COVID stuff. So I gotta protect myself with these masks, and it's a shield and everything. But I'm excited about it.
Well, how long you was driving before you decided to get out of it?
A year to the day.
A year to the day. What was let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
You want the mess, so you want the mess. You want the mess.
No, I not yet.
You want the tea and the mess.
Not yet.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do the tea and the mess.
Not yet. I don't want the mess, but what I wanted to know is what was I don't think I asked you this, but you got into what made you get into trucking at first?
I like it. My uncle's a truck driver, so going with him, you always had that family member get you on the big trucks and everything like that. Me and my brother, and We had a good time. My brother's truck driver for Crete. So he got his CDL, and it was brought to me to get my CDL because I'm not afraid to drive the truck, and I'm not afraid to drive anything. I'm a very good driver. I say so myself. I can drive anything and everything. So it was just a great idea, and it was a secondary thing to have. It's almost like you want to take advantage of all the talents that you have. Everybody has, people may have one thing they're good at. Some people may have 5 things, and it's given to you to thrive and live your life. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to use them all. If not, you'll lose them. So I said, well, let me see what I can do with it. I enjoyed, cross country and driving. I enjoyed it. So if I can do it full time, you make good money. There's some safety stuff involved. So I gave it a try, man. And around that time, that's when COVID stuff hit, and they closed down all the salons, and I was just glad to do it. And I just had a good instinct to go at that time when I did. And it wasn't easy. It was very hard. I just didn't want to give up, but it was very hard, and I learned a lot. It's very interesting.
So after you got out of CD, did you get your license at a CDL school, or did you get your license at the company that you worked at?
Company, Night Transportation. I was in headquarters in Arizona.
Oh, okay. So before the current company, you was at Night. How many companies you was with before you got with the current company?
2.
So just Night and the current company?
Oh no, 2 before this current company. I was at a Covenant. I went to Covenant 2 and did some teaming. I enjoyed teaming.
Okay. So after you got what was the training process after you graduated out of CDL school when you got with Night?
You be able to train her 4 to 6 weeks. Come back and you kind of test out. I tested out in Atlanta because I wanted to be in the Southeast. Out of that terminal rather, because I finished in Arizona. And I didn't want to be on the West Coast. That's my home base. You have the option. So I said, no, I'm gonna do Atlanta since they had one in Birmingham at the time, and so I tested out here, and it was fun.
So Night Transportation. What was you looking for prior to Night Transportation as far as looking for a company to get into?
Oh man, that's a good question. I really wanted to. I actually looked at Prime and Stevens because my uncle finished from Stevens. And he's at the time he said Stevens was still training on the manual because I actually have a restriction on my license for automatic. So I wanted to get into the manual because he was on the owner operator lease with the Volvo that was a manual, and that was really cool to me. The backing was a little bit better to me. Even as a automatic driver, I think the manual was just better backing and better on the hills.
Okay. So between 3 within a year. So between the 3 that you with and been with, which one of those do you consider the mediocre? I don't want to say worse companies, but what was the mediocre? Because obviously you didn't stay with Night, even though you got your license through them, and then. I think we touched on Covenant in the last interview, but between the 3, what was the mediocre company?
Man, everyone has a good and their bad. Mediocre. I don't know. I think for me, I know between those 3 companies, each of them have a different culture, right? So what I've learned is every company is made for a certain type of driver. So Night Transportation was cool. I like the Arizona, the headquarters. They got a bowling alley in there. Mind you, that's West Coast. Okay.
As
far as the headquarters. But the Atlanta terminal, oh no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. So I done came over here, all these expectations. I get down there, they ain't had no bathroom light. I went in there and thinking they had one of those lights that come on automatically, so they don't have a switch. It's just when motion. Right. I get in there, the whole light gone from the ceiling. So I'm thinking I had to use the bathroom so bad. I opened the door thinking the sensor gonna come on. It did, and the door slammed behind me. I'm in the blackness. Ain't no light fixture. Okay, and I'm just in the blackness trying to find a toilet. Man, it was a bad day. I done flipped over the chair, everything, trying to open the door to find a toilet with a piece of light and then but my pants. You know what I'm saying? Once somebody came in, I couldn't lock the door. They ain't had no sign on the door, so I don't have no time for them games.
So that was you able to fulfill your contract through night or no? Man, so you just bounced up out of there. So what before you?
I still pay them though. You know, I make payments on it though. So
Right.
I just do it like that, so I'll be all right on my credit and stuff.
So before you got with Covenant, what was you was actually looking for in the next company?
I wanted something. I was looking for something dedicated. I didn't want to go to a place that I want some dedicated lanes. I didn't want to keep going to a new place every day. You know, like never, just unexpected, don't know anything all the time, for as me as a new driver, I think that's better for new drivers to start with something dedicated, to be honest with you, to get familiar with the road, get familiar with some hills, get familiar with going to one place and get comfortable, then expand out instead of going across country like that first. Especially for a new driver, you don't know how the hills are and those, how Oklahoma is in the windy season. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get with the wind and you can't go down the Tennessee Hill? How you can't do Florida? Florida's flat. So far as driving, start with Florida, something flat, move up to some hills, then go to some mountains, things like that. As a new driver, then once you master that, then you go to a level of difficulty. Because they don't talk about how windy Oklahoma can be, 30 and 40 mile an hour wind. So you done did all this, and now it's the wind.
I could tell you that. I could tell you. I drove.
New driver, he's like, oh my God, just to be in that situation and to see stuff and be, what's the difference between driving windy on the empty and a loaded? You know, how much, things like that. And when you make your turns with a beer load around a mountain, but you haven't mastered just driving down the hill.
Nobody tell nobody about that, man. So let's bypass Covenant because we touched on Covenant while you was in and let's head over to where you at now. You did mention in the last episode that you was with the company. Do you still want to put the company out there that you was with?
I like Warner. I like it to this day. I like Warner. Warner gave me what I wanted. Dedicated lane and everything. Dedicated Southeast. I love my dispatch. They know me well. If they don't know my name, they know the tall lady with the afro.
All right. So Warner, so how long have you been with Warner?
A couple of months.
All right. So do you feel that you can this will probably just be your experience with Warner. I mean, you perhaps being that you only been with them for so long, you can only give your assessment by your experience with the company, right?
Right.
All right. So the good with the company, you already mentioned that they gave you the lanes, they gave you the lows and all like that. But
and I'm home every weekend. What I wanted to do, I mean, have my 34 on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. I mean, right in my indicator.
When did it start going bad for you?
Oh, when I had an incident. My first incident, stuck in the mud. Nothing major.
Okay.
Well, it could be, I guess, company. Mind you, I'm company, this whole time on my own personal experience. But I got my own experience into trucking from a person who was an owner-operator, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On the road with a week or two, my brother take a week, to show us how it is.
Right.
So I'm in company, so they have departments, safety departments, all this departments, all this. So there's a whole different beast as a company than an owner-operator or owner-operator lease. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So hearing his stories from company to owner-operator lease. So I had that and got told just had to turn around in a safe location found their GPS. and they don't want you to follow your own GPS, mind you. You know, most
You're gonna
truckers have 2 or 3 references.
you're
You
gonna have
know,
to. You're gonna have to. If I mean that their company GPSs, the Qualcomm, the People Nets, they're not all they're not all that hot. You should
right?
always you should always have an independent GPS and not
But you know that's against company policy. Now let me talk. That's against company policy. I'm just saying, you company driver, you're going to go against company policy, right? I'm just saying.
I gotta go.
I know you're not, but when
I
you
gotta
when you
no, no,
start
no, no,
new,
no. I gotta go. No, I go against company policy. I go against company policy. When I started with US Express, I got a GPS before I even started. I knew
right,
I was a fan of GPSs in the car, but I never knew that there was one for the truck until I started, I started researching things for the truck. And then there was like GPS, Ram and Nally, Garmin. And I was like, okay, gonna need a GPS. Then next thing was the dash cam and all like that. And I got a dash cam. I think I spent before I got with my trainer, I think I spent maybe about $800 because the GPS was like $4 something. The Garmin dash cam that I got at the time was about 200. And then I
right.
think I brought something else. But yeah, I because when I did follow the at US Express, it wasn't the Qualcomm, it was the driver tech. So when I did follow that, it was telling me to go down restricted streets.
Right.
And my
Right.
GPS, my Ram and Nally was telling me to go the right way.
Right.
So yeah, not a fan of company GPS. If it's a PeopleNet, Qualcomm, whatever, it's still best to have your own GPS.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So I ended up getting one after that. But the issue was a technical issue with me.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding, I was on my way to a load to deliver. So I'm about 40,000 pounds. You know, it's torrential rain, but I'm going down I want to say a 2-lane road, no shoulder, kind of little small town, not neighborhood, but some people got a house on the main road and got some businesses as well over the town in Georgia. And I found the GPS. And I know that you're supposed to do a pre-trip and see where you're going, where you're headed, and I did do that in the area. But I was like, man, as construction is underway in streets, so I changed interchangeably. It's good to have a GPS that's also updated too.
Exactly.
Nonetheless,
So
I was approaching a turn left, and I saw a sign. It was like a low bridge and it was a weight limit ahead. There's 2 signs, and there's trees on both sides. And once you make the turn, it says turn. You make it, you keep going, and you see that sign, and it's not on the GPS. And it says the GPS began to say, "Turn in a safe location." I'm like, man, you just told me to turn here. So I turned a safe location, which was a granite quarry. Turned in. I got stuck because I was too heavy to turn around. I had a car breakdown. So that was in December. And while I'm waiting on breakdown, about 2.5 hours, I'm maybe 2 miles from my location. But it was still a safe location. He has flatbeds that come in there. You know, it's a place where they do, trucks, flatbeds, but for granted. So they have the space and capacity, but I got stuck because one of my steers got stuck in where I was turning. I'm familiar, but I just made a bad maneuver and the weight shifted from what I was having. While I was waiting again, a couple of trucks came and turned around. I got some photographs of it, so I wasn't the only person doing that. Another Warner truck, another flatbed truck, another owner operator. I guess they were all headed. We were all headed actually to the same destination. Found that out when I got to my destination. Saw those trucks that turned around, right? But the owner of that query was upset, and he came to me because I was stuck, and he was like, "I'm glad you're stuck, and I'm tired of all y'all drivers turning around here." You know, I guess if we're not picking up or delivering, he doesn't want anyway. He didn't have a sign, as most businesses have, no truck turnaround. You know, you didn't want that. So I don't know. It's from some foreign country or something. He was, you know, being very disrespectful. I will say that. But I said, sir, if you have a problem, you can call claims or something, call that. But you don't knock on my door, don't pull on my handle either. I said, I think that's in your best interest to do.
All right. So at the time, the owner was pretty much mad at he was mad in general, but he took
Yeah.
all his frustrations out on you because you were stuck.
Yeah, you said that. I said, okay, I'm okay with that. I understand. But it's still grass. If nothing but some grass, maybe
Yeah.
5 feet aside. But as it gets thicker, anyway, I called breakdown the incident. They told me out. I get to my destination. I'm good. So, okay. Long story short, it's February now, right? I'm on 45-day probation. I'm all right. So 45 days passed since December. I'm cool. But I guess what happened, he ended up writing down every truck that turned around. 30 of us found out. 30 of us.
God damn it, man. 30?
So that's a technical difficulty. You know what I'm saying? Something going on with your GPS, because I had safety interview me and call me and say, hey, why is all y'all turning around? You know, what the hell going on in so many words? I was like, man, I was, you know, when you get to see that weight limit and low bridge ahead, you don't want to keep going to see. You're going to immediately turn into its safest location. And it is a query, and you see those trucks in there, and like I said, I made a bad maneuver, and I was, max capacity. And like when the tow guy told me if I was lighter, I would have been able to, maneuver out of my situation, like those other trucks. So it just rained torrentially for 3 days, and the mud was just so soft.
Let me ask you something. What kind of truck you had with Warner?
2021 International.
All right, so you had an International. Was the drives was the you had single axle drive, or you had dual axle drives?
It was single to me.
Yeah, that's what I got. And it's painful to have single axle drives because you get freaking stuck, and when you're stuck, the rear axles is only
spinning.
There.
Yeah, that's
The drive spin and the rear axles don't do nothing because it's not dual axle drive. And if it was dual axle drive, then we would probably be able to get up out of a lot of situations.
Yeah, from my understanding, I'm not a mechanic now. I don't know that much about them, but basic stuff. But I do know that. So that's why I thought wrong with the truck I had. Because I am a Freightliner Kenworth T680 person, if I had to choose.
Right.
Because I like the way the turn radius, I like how it drives, I like how it does heavier loads, on hills and stuff. For me, and the cruise control is a little bit better. I don't like cruise control, but that's a little bit here or there. But anyway, the situation, 30 of us were doing the same thing, making a safety measure, and then going to our destination. But I ended up being on probation 90 days for that. Because the guy wanted $2,000 per truck for his sod, and they settled with him. One guy ended up hitting the mailbox, from my understanding. I didn't, but I didn't put my probation in February for something that happened in December again. But it wasn't an incident then, but it's an incident now because they had to pay out.
All right, so they just came back at you at a later date for what happened. So while you was on probation, you did mention something to the effect that you had to sign.
Oh, okay. So safety comes. I didn't even know he was here for me because the incident was so old. December, we've already been there, and I was waiting on the load. And I was like, man, it's, I got my clock going on, started my day. My clock is running. What's going on?
Right.
So I called my dispatch and said, man, what y'all doing up there? I've been sitting here, like, my clock is going. My 14-hour day is almost gone. What's going on? Oh, we needed to come inside and talk to me for a minute. I was like, I come inside. What's going on? Safety is talking about the situation. And basically, they weren't told not to give me a load until I signed.
You was on the safety hold.
Yeah. And I said, nah, I'm because I'm unsafe. I said, I was unsafe yesterday, but I'm unsafe today. So you holding a load hostage where I can't feed my family because I don't agree with what you're talking about. You gonna put me on another day? He was like, yeah, because it's a preventable situation. I said, well, how so? You could have just stood in the middle of the street and called 911 and have them turn you around. They're gonna turn me around right here, sir. But since I don't agree and I need to discuss this, or I want to investigate a little bit, you're going to hold my livelihood hostage? I don't deal well in those certain situations. People do. I don't. When I don't have to do that. But I mean, I signed it and took my load because I do have a family, but it just was on me so long. I just couldn't believe the audacity, because me and him had a discussion. Whereas my dispatch manager, who I love so much, he just came out, everything, just this now. Because I guess he wasn't expecting me to ask questions about it.
Right.
You just supposed to sign it and be gone. All right, then, whatever. No, wait a minute.
You gotta find out what you're signing, because a lot of the things that you might be signing is like, nah, I'm not going to put my name on something and not read it, not, or try to not understand it. But unfortunately, you did read it. You gotta, I guess you got a variance of understanding it. So you went on.
I mean, it was just, I had to do it. He was adamant, like, I'm not fired. I'm just on a hold, so I'm gotta sit here in a bobtail on a distribution center. Just lie until I sign. That's not right.
Pretty much, they'll hold you up.
So that's new to me. I'm new, so I'm like, this is how it's done. This is how it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said they're not going to fire you, but until you sign off, you won't be able to drive their trucks. It's their trucks, it's their property. If they put you on a safety hold and you move, they can literally call the police and say that that you're still in the truck or whatever.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that, what you just said, because I mean, it took everything within me not to say, to say it's been a pleasure, and drive to the terminal right then and unload my stuff, and then get a expensive lift SUV and unload it all in there and go to where my vehicle is and go home somewhere. I mean, it took a lot out of me, but I think it's because it took everything.
Well, actually, it must have took something, because it just got downright ugly. So, what happened? What happened to force you to do what you did? Because you made a video about it.
I mean, I went on my load and did all that stuff. They were just eating at me, and I ended up calling safety headquarters. Ended up calling the risk department. I got some questions. I do have questions, we're answering. We can agree to disagree, but learning, that part of being with a mega carrier and everything. Like I said, I like the company. I like that. But just to have, man, it's like I'm feeling no pressure. I don't like anyone to have my livelihood in their hand. I don't know if that makes sense. And I haven't been in that position in a long time. Because even like, so I was in the nail industry, I've been working for myself for about 8 years, set my own schedule. I still have customers. I still got to make money. And at the same time, you're going to put my livelihood. It's like me and my children are in this person's hand and this company hand. I need to reposition myself. I don't like the way I feel, so you got to do something about it if you can. It's a sacrifice now. I don't have thousands of dollars in the bank. But it's just good. I have other opportunities.
So
and a skill, but I said, man, it's not for me.
So
that's too much power.
How long ago did you turn in the keys?
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Did they try to talk you out of it, or?
Yeah, they asked me why. I said, I just got some other opportunities. And I like the Atlanta terminal. They cool people. They know me. I mean, they know me well. I'm very vocal. Okay. Good and the bad.
Well, it was amicable,
Yeah. And I said, I just got some other opportunities. And like I said, it just, I would go back. I like it, I like it. I mean, but let me see something else.
You
Let me
just
look
want
at
to you just want to reset and try to get a grasp of how trucking really is, even though you've been in it for a year, but you just want to just stand back from it and look at it from a different right.
Yeah, because there's other opportunities out here. You got a new startup company starting every week.
Exactly.
And from what I saw my check, I said, man, I can work at the Home Depot for what I get these last couple of weeks. This is not nothing major. You see what I'm saying?
You know,
this nail money. It's something else. It's not like I'm making $2,000 or bringing home $1,000 a week. I'm not bringing home $1,000 a week. So
it's unfortunate when they start messing with the money, and when they start messing with the money, they feel like they got some type of power over you, where you have to do this and you must do that and we got to do this. And I'm like, you know what? I got my CDL, I got my DOT physical card. I don't have to do this. I don't got to move. I could just jump from here and then jump into another company. But but you're going to but as of right now, so life after trucking, you just gonna give yourself like what, 30 days or something like that to get yourself.
I'm gonna give myself a month and see what happens, and if nothing shakes for me like I need to, I'll get back into a truck. I've been talking to a couple of my folks, and they said maybe a smaller company.
That's what's up.
It may have some better opportunities. I'll enjoy it. I have a good time. I don't want to go across country. I'm finding out as a young, not a young driver at all, but young in the game.
Yeah.
What works for me and what's gonna make me a good driver and keep me successful. So I gotta find what's gonna keep me safe and successful. And I'm willing to try different things. And people say, there's too many companies in a year and this and that. Who cares? I mean, I guess, but I know it's looking at statistics. There is a major need here in the trucking industry, and I do have some value, so it makes sense for me to see where I can get the most for myself. The being valuable, rather.
That's what's up. Well, you do have a YouTube channel, a little. You got a nice little following going,
my YouTube is for my family. This for my family and my friends. Okay. I don't do all the editing. It's not like yours. I don't have all that stuff. It's just I keep up my friends and family like to just keep up with my adventures, because I do a lot of stuff, and I'll be adding some of these nail stuff.
You just want to keep it small for your family. So basically that's what your YouTube is all about, just family and friends and stuff.
Yeah, I guess if I can, give some people some advice on my adventure, cool. It's a lot of women out here. They're giving a lot of advice about what their trucking stuff and everything is cool. But yeah, that's my YouTube.
All right. Cool. So it's not much, not much, but you said right here, playback.
I think I talk more on your podcast than I do on anybody's. On my own.
Hey, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you coming and showing the love. That's what it's all about, man. I give you guys the platform to come over and chop it up with me and all like that, whether whatever's going on in your life right quick. I don't know why my son is not here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my son is not here and everything, but now I got my internet working. There we go. Now I got my internet working. So I had you on the show about a week ago, and we was talking about this new craze that's going on. I see your hair is natural.
I know you're not finna talk about that. I know you're not going to talk about my hair being there. Okay. What you talking about? Now, see, this is trucking hair.
Now, your hair is natural. You keep your hair tight and all like that. You don't keep your hair like this young lady right here. You don't keep your hair like that, you know.
Talking about ponytail. Oh, she has she got a slick back and a ponytail piece.
Right. But all in all, she had she was the Gorilla Glue girl, right?
I know, and she will forever be. You know, it's Black History Month.
Now,
so she done made Black History.
Now, you know what we talked about her, and you know, she said that it was an accident because she ran out of the B2 glue or whatever. I said it was for clout. And you want to know why I said it was for clout?
Yeah, why?
I said it was for clout because of the fact that I don't think anybody in their right mind will put industrial strength Gorilla Glue.
Industrial what?
Industrial strength. Yeah,
that's that Ohio stuff.
That's slang right there. And I proved it.
Back and relax.
I proved it by finding this right here. She got merchandise now. She got
she has a manager, yes.
She has a manager.
So you think it's for clout. So she's willing to sacrifice her edges and her scalp for clout.
I'm gonna stand by.
She has a Gorilla Glue. What is it? Is it the Gorilla Glue shirt?
No,
you had to sit down. So
it's called Bonded for Life. That's
don't play with me. See how you play. See how you talk.
Her brand. Bonded
for life. What's good? Is it the real Gorilla Glue bottle? Or she got a monkey from the Planet of the Apes? Because you can't just use Gorilla Glue logo and all that stuff.
No, she got Bonded for Life. That's her brand now. You can go
Bonded for Life with her scalp to her head. But it ain't for life. If she didn't took it down, you know, she got it removed. And a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills had created a solution, shampoo to dissolve it. And she has some of her hair back, if not all of it.
Yep.
He needs to get bonded for life.
She is bonded for life. Now.
I never knew. I'm so embarrassed.
Now we have not only the Gorilla Glue girl, but we got the Gorilla Glue, whatever this is, right here.
See how you say stuff like that?
Whatever this is.
See how you did that?
Whatever this is.
You guys, my hair.
What happened? You know, I don't know. You know, I've been. Oh, he had put it in his hair.
My
you believe it? You think he put it in his hair for real?
No, he did it.
He just lying.
No, he did it for clout. Period.
Yeah. Because he ain't got no ponytail piece he's trying to keep in, and he ain't got no edges that he's trying to keep in line.
Yeah, period. He did it for clout. Period. This is him going to the
on my way to the hospital right now. My scalp is burning.
Well,
you think he put it on for real?
Yeah.
You think he really used it? Did he use the Gorilla Glue live?
Yeah, he did it. He did it for
clout. People do anything.
He did it for clout. You could tell.
Didn't they have a song with Cardi B husband? I do anything for clout.
Yeah.
What's his name? Set it off. Yeah.
Yep.
Wash my hair, and there's still Gorilla Glue in my head.
I don't know why you show me.
Yeah, exactly. He did it for clout. But we're gonna switch from him to this guy.
Nah, I did see that. Did he do something to his lips?
Yeah. This guy, he's a rapper. Like
a real one. Is he a real rapper or a fake rapper? He ain't rapping now. His lips looking like that.
I don't know what kind of rapper. He's in his 40s, man. What the hell is he rapping about?
I mean, he can still be rapping in his 40s, but I guess if he, but he ain't gonna rap with his lips looking like that. He ain't got nothing to say now to nobody. Nobody, baby.
He said he's gonna lick it to get it off. It's easy.
Lord have mercy. I know he ain't got no female in his life. If he does, he need to leave immediately.
He's gonna
need to leave immediately. That's a fool.
Look, he putting it on a red cup too.
See what I'm talking about? That red cup stuff. See, no, he a fake rapper.
He ain't using it. There you go. And then there he is right there looking like Bozo the Clown right there.
I would have slapped that cup off his face. He would have came in there and he told me I would have hit it too just for to vibrate his lips.
Man, listen.
Dude made me so sick. You can't ask me nothing.
Listen.
But I guess everybody want to do it. I want my edges. I want to keep my edges. I want to keep my lips.
You say you want to keep everything, huh? You say you want to keep everything, huh?
I want to keep my edges and my lips. I don't want to do nothing for clout. What would you do for clout? What would you do for a trend?
Ain't no trend. Ain't no trend. I'm
not a trend person. I'm not gonna do the wave
right now. I'm good what I'm doing right now. I do my little. I'm in my lane. I'm driving in my lane. That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I ain't trying to jump on I ain't trying to jump on nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got, like I said, I know better. I know better, so I can do better. You know.
Okay.
52 years old. I mean, there's some things that I did in my life that probably would have been questionable back in the day, but that's back in the 80s though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad that we ain't had no cell phone back then and no kind of tube or the U.
Oh, none of this. I wanted to meet up with my friends. We'll meet up outside at the arcade. We'll hang out at the arcade all day. Black Books was our contact list. You know what I'm saying? So before you get on up out of here, you know, I do appreciate you coming on and spending some time with me and everything. And I know you're kind of busy, and you know, you're getting yourself together.
No, you see what I'm doing? You see how I was laying down in the truck? Now I'm laying down on this sofa. You see that? You see that?
You kicking back
all the way. I gotta get myself together. Next time, I'm gonna get my hair done. Woo, boy, about this. Woo.
In your opinion, Trucking Nails, you know, being that you're a year into the game, and you was new at one point. What do you think? What do you think should the new people be doing to prepare for a truck driving career?
Oh man, it's a good question. To prepare for a truck driving career. Get a mentor.
Okay. Get a mentor. Okay. That's what's up.
Get a mentor. After your trainer leaves and go, get a mentor. If they have to go on these podcasts or YouTube or somebody, reach out to somebody with some experience and try to get some advice, like real advice, not just on comment, like real stuff. You have people who have died out here, especially now with the winter and the snow and stuff like that. You don't think some new drivers, this might be their first winter?
Especially if you're down in Houston.
All right. And so, I mean, even the seasoned drivers, like, just talk to them, get someone. Right.
Again,
and you got some questions, and you got questions out here, like the different types of straps. Because one thing, you might be in a situation and you only have with a trainer for just a certain amount of weeks, right? But it might be some situations that you don't run into in those 6 weeks that your trainer did not forget to say, but the situation didn't happen. So now you're in a situation somewhere, and it's not that, oh, my trainer ain't trained me. I hear people say that all the time. Maybe the situation didn't happen. There's so much you don't know what you don't know. You know, this is your first time on ice. You're by yourself, right? Where's your ice training? Let's say you went and got your CDL in the summertime. You ain't got no snow training. You ain't got no chain training down the hill.
That's what's up. That is.
Get a mentor.
All right. Well, again, shout out to Houston. That's my spot. You know, my people's down there. I know y'all going through it right now, but it'll get better. Trucking Nails, again, thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
All right.
You have a blessed day today, and thank you for taking Saturday. Take your time out on a Saturday to chop it up with me.
Okay, you know it. I'm gonna keep you posted.
All right, that's what I'm going to go ahead and end this segment right quick, and you take it easy, and I'll holler back at you in a minute.
All right, bye.
Bye. and that is my girl Trucking Nails. She's back at it in the nail spas and stuff like that. Oh wait, hold on, you still here? Oh, there you go. Where the people can find you for they nails?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be let me get the address. It's actually the Gemini Studios. They have an Instagram. It's gonna be the Gemini Studio. I'm gonna give you the address.
Okay. And you do it all, nails, petties, all that good stuff, and for men too, right? It's
30% of my clients are mostly men, foot problems, ingrown toenails, anything like that. I enjoy doing it, but I do hands, cuticles. It is acrylic free. So ladies with the long nails and all that, we don't do that there at this particular place. And it's at 1580 Flat Shoals Road. That's going to be Suite B in Atlanta, 30316. That's at the Gemini Studios, Gemini Studio, just like the Zodiac sign.
All right, Gemini Studios. Make sure you guys go and check her out there at Gemini Studios. All right, but that's going to do it for this episode of the Lockoutmen podcast show. I am at home chilling, but thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like content like this and more, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell and that all button, because that all button does it all. But scratch all of that. Hit that like button. Come in the building, hit that like button, stay for a while, get some good content, and then you can leave. Make sure you take your shoes off at the door. I'm just saying. I am now liking the way that my mic sound, because I actually had to go out and purchase an additional part for my soundboard. So I hope it's coming through. Hey, I hope it's coming through, crispy and clear. All right. On that note, everybody, I really do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. If you guys want to join the platform, it's easy to join. It's only $1.99 a month, and you can give me some coffee every day. Thank you very much. I'll holler back at you guys later. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later with another one. Peace.
This your year, get it in. Yeah. Party over here, get it in. Yeah. She like a liquor clear, get it in. Yeah. She get it from a deal, get it in. Yeah. Make it disappear, get it in. Yeah. Park it in the rear, get it in. Yeah. Now make it reappear, get it in. Yeah. Freaky with no fear, get it in. Yeah. Pop it in the clutch, girl, get it in. Yeah. Jump on it, double dutch, girl, get it in. Yeah. Drop it, double clutch, girl, get it in. Yeah. Pump it up, butt lift, now downshift.